Elite Facts presents
10 of the most painful insect stings in the world.
10.
Sweat bee. Named after its addiction and attraction to the salts in human perspiration, the sweat bee is one of the most common bees in the world, right next to the honey bee. Sweat bees are found in large numbers in northern parts of the United States and are about 1,000 species in total. Sweat bees only grow between 3 to 10 millimeters, and if provoked, the sweat bee will sting you if you try to remove them from your skin. However, only the female sweat bee will sting you, whereas the male bee will only pinch you if disturbed. Symptoms from a sting from a female sweat bee include a little bit of pain and a lasting burning sensation. Severe itching and formation of papule are other common symptoms of sweat bee stings. Treatment for sweat bee stings include the seeking of immediate medical attention. That's a must for any victim who shows extreme swelling. Household ammonia and apple cider vinegar are very useful for reducing pain and the burning effect caused by sweat bee stings, and using baking soda will help to relieve the itching.
9.
Honey bee. Although not nearly as threatening and certainly nowhere near as deadly as some of these insects mentioned on this list, the honeybee, or Apis mellifera, can be found pretty much anywhere throughout the world during the spring and summer months of the year. This harmless little thing is responsible for producing, well, you guessed it, honey. How the honey is made is a different matter. It's basically nectar eaten and regurgitated over and over until it's good to go. In case you didn't get that, what I'm saying is honey is bee vomit. Doesn't sound as nice now, does it? Regardless, while generally pretty cool about stinging, bees are highly defensive about their nests and their honey. Unfortunately for both sides, when they do sting, they leave behind the barbed stinger, which will hurt like crazy, along with a proportion of their insides, including the still pumping venom sac. This is an unpleasant death for the bee, but also a pretty painful experience for the recipient of the sting. The notorious Africanized killer bee, or Apis mellifera scutellata, is a subspecies of honeybee. While they produce more honey, they are highly aggressive and have caused fatalities when swarming. Reports indicate they will pursue a victim for over a mile and can remain angry for days after. Maybe my wife is a honeybee.
8.
Yellow jacket. Known as the yellow jacket in America and the wasp in other countries, Vespula are universally regarded as one of the most annoying insects in existence. The paper nests can often be found in attics or even underground in old rabbit holes and can contain many thousands of these insects. As with other wasps, yellow jackets are able to use their stinger multiple times. Bees, on the other hand, die after using theirs. This means that while both groups will happily sting to defend their nests, wasps will not only sting in defense, but they'll also sting just for the sake of stinging you. They're jerks.
7.
Fire ant. The fire ant is probably one of the first insects you think of when it comes to the most painful stings. Anyone who has ever been stung by fire ants will never go anywhere near these creatures again. They're so named after the simple fact that their bites feel like fire, and they cause sharp pain, extreme swelling, and difficulty in breathing. Fire ants are found in large numbers throughout the rainforests of Central and South America. Fire ants live in colonies, in mounds, decayed woods, or under rocks, and they are extremely aggressive. They will attack anything that disturbs them. Once disturbed, the fire ants will quickly climb all over the invader and start inserting their stingers into the skin to inject venom. They will attack in groups and sting repeatedly. The venom of fire ants contains oily aliphatic alkaloids and piperidine toxin, which are toxic to the skin. The group attack from fire ants can cause severe medical conditions, including sharp pain, intense itching, swelling, vomiting, rapid heart rate, difficulty in breathing, and formation of white pustules. Victims of fire ant stings should seek immediate medical attention. That being said, treatment for fire ant stings includes washing the bite area using water and soap to prevent an infection, using hydrocortisone cream to reduce pain and itching, and placing ice on the affected area to prevent damage to the skin.
6.
Bullhorn Acacia ant. Bullhorn Acacia ants are well known for their symbiotic relationship with the Bullhorn Acacia plant. This aggressive species of ants live in Bullhorn Acacia plants throughout Central America. The relation between acacia ants and their host plants is essential to both of them in terms of survival. The acacia ants provide defense for the host plant in return for the nesting site and food. The acacia ants are very aggressive and they will attack the insects, herbivores, or even humans that come in contact with the plant. The acacia ants will sting the invaders for a long time, and it's quite painful. Avoiding contact with Bullhorn Acacia plants is the best choice you can make to avoid this painful sting.
5,
Bald-faced hornet. Bald-faced hornets, also known as white-tailed hornets, bald hornets, bull wasps, and white-faced hornets, are large insects with white or cream markings at the abdomen and the front of the head, an appearance that contributes much to their name. These insects have an aggressive mentality and will not hesitate to attack whenever they sense an intruder, making it hard to get rid of them. Unlike some other bees and wasps, their smooth stingers enable them to sting a threat repeatedly. Their sting can be described as a hearty, crunchy, or rich sting. The fact that this insect's sting has venom makes the sting hurt, and an individual will most likely swell for close to 24 hours.
4,
Red harvester ant. The red harvester ant is one of the best candidates to live in an ant farm, therefore proving it to be less of a pest. These ants have an almost square head with relatively long bodies. They do not have a spine, and their reddish-orange color sets them apart from other species of ants. The good thing about these ants is that they are actually quite placid creatures who are reluctant attackers. That being said, however, their sting is extremely painful. To compare it to something, their bite feels a lot like an ingrowing toenail. Extremely painful.
3,
Tarantula hawk. Okay, this one is just nightmare fuel. The tarantula hawk is a fierce spider wasp, and the fact that it feeds on tarantulas makes it one of those insects you do not want to mess around with. So, as if that weren't scary enough, the tarantula hawk has one of the scariest appearances of any insects out there, with its bluish-black body with brightly colored wings, though you can come across species with black wings and blue highlights. The tarantula hawk has long legs with hooked claws at the end. This design helps them to hold their victims as they deliver one of the most painful stings in the world. Schmidt refers to a sting from the tarantula hawk as a shockingly electric, fierce and blinding sting, and is enough to make anyone immediately drop to the ground and scream in pain. Ouch!
2,
Paper wasp. The paper wasps are named after their beautiful nests, which look like they are made from paper. They build nests on roofs and door frames of buildings. Now, paper wasps are not so aggressive, however, don't let their creativity and not so aggressive personality fool you, as they will attack you if you disturb their nests. The presence of paper wasps' nests in human inhabitants can be very dangerous. The paper wasp sting is extremely painful and can be allergic to some people. If a paper wasp feels threatened, it will immediately release pheromones to alarm other members of its colony. The results could be worse than you expect. These paper wasps can sting you multiple times, and they have the ability to cause very serious health problems that could potentially result in the death of the victim. Symptoms of their sting include intense pain, itching, swelling, allergic reactions, and redness, and of course, as we've mentioned, death. If you're unfortunate enough to be stung by a paper wasp, seeking immediate medical attention is a must, especially if you're allergic. Immunotherapy is the right choice for allergic reactions, and holding ice on the sting area to relieve pain and possible swelling.
1,
Bullet ant. Okay, so it's pretty safe to say that the bullet ant's sting is one of the worst pains known to man. As the name indicates, the sting is said to be as painful as a gunshot wound. The sting of the bullet ant will cause extreme pain, which will last for roughly 24 hours. The deadly bullet ants are also among the largest ants in the world. They can reach up to a maximum length of 1.2 inches. Bullet ants are mainly found in the rainforests of Nicaragua and Paraguay. They build their nests at the base of trees. Most of the time, they forage on the forest floor. The bullet ants only attack humans when they feel threatened. Their appearance should be a dead giveaway, as they have long, sharp stingers, and the sting is 30 times more painful than a bee sting. Unlike honeybees, the deadly bullet ants will continue to sting you over and over again as much as they possibly can. The special Panera toxin compound contained within the venom of a bullet ant is very powerful, and it affects the central nervous system of the victim. It can result in shaking and temporary paralysis of the limbs. Anyone who experiences repeated bullet ant stings must seek immediate medical attention. Treatment for bullet ant stings includes cleansing the affected area with soap and water, applying baking soda to the bite area to reduce swelling and itching, and holding ice on the bite area to reduce pain.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more elite facts.